Cavaliers have an Eastern Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend their home court here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Pistons coming to town, hoping to notch this one here in this one-game road trip. There's no question this game will put them to the test. Facing off against a team that has every expectation of beating them, So for the Pistons, their last game a loss to New Orleans.
And you guys know how much I love aggressive defense, but in that game, they were just a bit over the top, and it wound up getting them in foul trouble.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was not just aggressive, it was reckless. I mean, they approached it more like bumper cars than a game of basketball.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside and run some pick and roll.
His last 10 games have been exceptional. Second in assists, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And, you know, going back to him being one of the top dime droppers in the league, it's his ability to control the pace of the game and his peripheral vision. And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the board for them.
Yeah, +5, as you mentioned. That didn't take very long, did it? And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
Jackson misses.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Outside Irving. Launches it. No good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
They set the pick. Jackson kicks to Baines. Here's Harris. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Harris has got 9.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Jackson passes to Caldwell Pope. Kicks it to Baines. Jackson has the open look. Again, the miss by Jackson.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Here's Freak. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Now it's a 7-point Detroit lead.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, a great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. Well, small forwards that can rebound the ball, such an asset to any team in the NBA. With now a look at the top rebounding wingmen. 5th on the list, LeBron James.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' game. I mean, they play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in our league.
Yeah, I think they all have that little bit of extra edge to their game that allows them to put up the kind of rebound numbers usually you only see from power forwards.
To the middle, and Fry slams it in.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
G8, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They've been down.
Big time play at the basket right there, fellas.
James dishes to Shumpert. Takes it off the glass. Shumpert's got his first bucket of the night.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Here's Jackson. Knocks down the 3 ball. Jackson's got 9.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Shumpert. Here's the screen. Jackson kicks to Freak. Takes the 13-footer. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And now it's an 8-point Detroit lead. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
How about the energy level defensively in that game? I mean, they made finding an open shot a very difficult task for their opponents.
And it wasn't just in the half court. I mean, I thought they were excellent in transition defense as well. They didn't give up any easy baskets because they always had good floor balance and got back after the miss.
And he can extend the lead to double digits.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open.
And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
Yeah, he really has been. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him, nothing rattles him.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
On the floor for Detroit, Freak in at shooting guard. Marcus Morris is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Johnson, and it's Meeks in at the point guard position. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans was a big factor. He picked up 5 points, and there weren't too many shots that didn't fall for him. Really efficient night from the field. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, you know, he made play after play in that game. Here's Irving. To the inside. Here's Mozgov. Irving drives in, and he gets it to go. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. Picked by Mozgov. Dellavedova, the pass to Mozgov. No one near James as he lets it go. Mozgov with the bucket. Mozgov's got his first points in this one.
They've owned the offensive glass here in the second.
And making a point of getting in there and vying for missed shots.
To the inside. Baines dishes to Caldwell Pope. Inside. Shots good by Baines. Baines has got 8 points. And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
James. Again, James missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You could see the frustration on his face.
And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
And he gets it to go.
That's a nice drive there, Kevin. He beat the lone defender and was wide open under the hoop.
Jackson up top. 23 points for him the last game against New Orleans.
Yeah, but Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. I mean, he was aggressive to attack the D, not settling, and really did a good job of cashing in on those free throws. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Caldwell Pope. Detroit, no good that time either.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
James, no good. Pistons trail by 8. Jackson kicks to Harris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's 13 points for Tobias Harris.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Here's Fry. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. 6 to shoot. The pass to Harris. And it's blocked. But they get it back. Here's Jackson. No good off the front iron. Cleveland leading by 8. To the paint. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Harris setting the pick for Jackson. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game. And so it's Cleveland with it.
And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
To me, that's got to be the target. Make sure you manage the clock effectively so you do get the last shot.
And now the Pistons fast break. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. And now just a 4-point Cavalier lead.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half.
You guys had the lead after the first, but now find yourselves behind. What's the mindset of this team heading into the break?
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
And what a game for Shumpert. He has 15 points, and he's got...
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And a different look here for the Pistons. Morris is checked in for Harris. Freak comes in for Johnson. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Jody Meeks in for Jackson. Dellavedova and Smith are the guard tandem. Channing Frye out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Mozgov in at the center. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Mozgov sets a screen for Smith. To the paint, off the screen, and the layup good by Mozgov. Mozgov's got 6 points.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And there's the feed to Drummond. No luck. Excellent D there from Mozgov. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
No problems knocking that one down. 18 points for Iman Shumpert.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Here is a list of the NBA's most adept passing teams this season. These are your assist leaders. The Cavaliers 5th.
You know, a team that shares the ball freely will create opportunities for the right player to score more times than not. They don't have to force it. Everybody recognizes that if they move and get open, the ball will find them.
And Cleveland making a change here. Love's checked in. That one wide left.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. It's Meeks outside. Shot's good. Meeks got 5 points in the quarter.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Here's Dellavedova. He's guarded by Meeks. Outside jumper. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Pistons.
And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player.
Stick it too much.
They set the pick. Meeks passes to Freak. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Drummond.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in the second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
And thinking back to Love and his numbers last year, we saw the same thing from Bosh when he played with LeBron. Love and Bosh had similar reductions in scoring, but both were still great players, and they both have the ability to adapt and impact the game in other ways.
Meeks dishes to Drummond. Bullock kicks to Meeks. Morris outside. Bullock passes to Drummond. No good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. 1:02 left in the third quarter of the game. Cleveland moving it around. They set the pick. Up top, Fry. Launches a three. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his third assist on the night. Pistons trail by 16. Meeks with it. He has 5. He kicks it to Drummond. Wide open look. He squares up and sinks it. Drummond's got 13.
That's a very good high percentage look right there.
Drummond's got a nice night underway, shooting 6 of 9 from the floor. Knocked away and stolen by Freak. And now the fast break. Meeks with the ball. 24 seconds left in the third. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Dellavedova kicks to Love. Pass to Dellavedova. It's a pick by Love. Dellavedova. Another one for the Cavaliers. 7 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Freak. With 1 on the clock. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. The Cavaliers making a change here. Smith has checked in. Cavaliers have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. And Detroit looking at who they've got. The big men, Tolliver and Drummond. Brown out there with Jody Meeks. And it's Freak in at the 3. Thompson misses. Detroit's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Detroit, no good that time either. Cleveland's gone 4 of 7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter, and he gets the bucket. 13 points for Kevin Love.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
They set the screen. Ground the pass to Freak. Over to the wing. Down low. And James pulls it down.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Smith kicks to Thompson. LeBron outside.
Well, we all know how loud NBA arenas can get. I mean, last season there were some accusations thrown around that it wasn't all organic. I mean, some players felt as if some of the NBA crowd noise was artificial.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Meeks dishes to Freak. Now, here's Meeks. D right on him. 4 on the shot clock. Freak. And that's collected by Love. Love's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. In the corner, it's James. Back to Irving. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got his 8th assist in the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Sade, I like that, Greg. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Move the ball.
Brown the pass to Freak. Dishes to Tolliver. Drummond with a screen on Irving. Brown kicks to Freak. Shot to stop the run. Thompson with the rebound.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
Just breaking the spirit of their opponent 3 straight times this year. This win is going to give them a perfect 3-0 record with only 1 game left to go on the season against the Pistons.
And one of the league's truly special talents making his mark. Once again, another great performance for Kyrie Irving. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Iman Shumpert is checked in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Fry dishes to Shumpert. Feeds it to Dellavedova. Rebound, Detroit. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Over to the wing. Here's Freak. And there's another one for the Pistons.
That is so tough to defend. He'll cross you over in a nanosecond. That move is next to unstoppable.
Shumpert passes to Dellavedova. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly.
We got to forget about that one.
Kevin,
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving. Double figures in both points and assists for the double-double that led the way tonight. He was their motor offensively and really got the team fired up. What'd you think, Shaq?
Kyrie, this dude is a composed, mature leader. Along with all that mental strength, he's got such an incredible feel for the game. He runs the floor, he passes beautifully, and he can shoot from lights out from anywhere on the court.
Anytime you deliver that sort of production we saw from him tonight, you're going to put your team in position to win. He gave them points in bunches, and when they needed them. It's not always about how much you get, but when you get those points up on the board.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson.
Yo, Freak, what's up, baby? What's up? We see you.
Yo. What up?
Basquiat, let's go. Got that art for y'all, that real spit. They call me Basquiat. The Harlem take my pockets full of fat knots, making all the ladies drop. Painting street corners green, my bank notes the color bill scene. Half man, half amazing. Call me Simi out the demigod. Halo crown with the dollar sign, got a pulpit. A ghetto saints with grand designs, call me focus. Before the Basquiats, the streets is hopeless. I'm that Harlem Saint painting pictures, making new kind of skill, banking up to 12 figures. They call me Basquiats, pockets full of fat knots, dust till dawn. Your boy makes the street pop, got it on lock. My body don't stop, make it hot. Love it when the bunnies bounce when they on top. Basquiat, I got 107 C's, making waves to the world knows me. Basquiat, my pocket go deep. I dive in the heights, get up and then creep. I'm on my hustle and grind, I'm all about my money. No time for playing games when the game ain't funny.
Okay, yo, he's nice. What's his name?
He goes by the name Basquiat, yo. Basquiat puts game down on them bars, yo. I'm telling you. Hey, we record a nice mixtape. Hey, do a nice video, get some honeys up in there dancing. Hey, we could build a franchise around this, yo. Hey, I want us to do a deal, Freak.
I mean, what you mean by us, Vic?
I mean us, as in you and me and you. Putting some serious Skrilla behind this and... Put me on, man. I'm Basquiat.
What?
You heard me? I'm Basquiat. That's me, yeah. 100.
Okay, you nice with it. What? Yeah. Wow, okay.
Thanks, man.
Basquiat.
Yo, we don't need no major label to make this happen, man. And in the end, we reap all the benefits. Think about it.
I know what you're thinking. I noticed we passed Colonel Young Park, too.
Yo, Coach Judy was the best. I remember when she took us from park to park so we could play ball. She taught us how to be comfortable in places other than the court.
I never had this feeling.
Bye.